Virgos, my name is Cherrelle and welcome to my channel. So I wanted to do a love spread for you guys, and this is going to be based on the energy that is for Valentine's Day. So that whole week I'm just going to, pick up on what you guys might be experiencing. These messages are going to be for single Virgos as well as Virgos that are in a relationship. And then if you're hearing a message and it doesn't fit for your situation, then just know that this message wasn't meant for you. And then also, if you're watching and you're not a Virgo, I could be relaying messages to you that you need to hear, or the situation could be vice versa. So I'm gonna try my best to keep it geared towards Virgos, but sometimes I get a little bit sidetracked and I start talking about Virgo and everybody in their life. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna start off and do this for the single Virgos. Okay, Spirit, please allow me to give clear messages to the Virgo singles that need to hear this. Allow my messages to come through. Allow your messages to come through. Since I have done this reading a few times, I have a general idea of what's going on with this situation. Someone is feeling, somebody wants balance between the situation between you guys. Somebody wants, you guys might have been not speaking as much, or not able to fully express things to each other that you want to, but somebody wants to change that. And as much as they want to change that, they're in their head a lot with it. It's kind of like a back and forth thing. Somebody does feel like you're their soulmate, and this person really feels that connection with you. And when they look at this relationship, they look back on it and it's something that they cherish, and I honestly feel like, because this person deals with a lot of thoughts that might be misleading or not all the way true, it might have caused a break in communication, or a break in the whole relationship between you two. So you might not have heard from this person as much, or even at all, but I do feel like this person wants to turn a new leaf with you guys and wants communication to be back how it was, or better than what it was. So with this Eight of Swords, somebody is just up in their head, bouncing thoughts off of their brain back and forth, and they're doing it to themselves, and it's like a prison for them. They are it's not even purposely, but they're not aware of how destructive their thoughts can be. Maybe they thought you were cheating and you weren't, or they thought you were going to break up with them and you weren't going to do that. I feel like this person lets their thoughts control them to the point where it ruins things for them, and I feel like this person is well aware of what they're doing now. Maybe not while they were in the relationship with you, but I feel like this person is well aware, and they definitely had a big wake-up call with this Judgment card here. And it was like, for a while, if you can just imagine, this is a person, just these great people. For a while, this person was oblivious to what they were doing, and oblivious just to how toxic their thoughts could be. And they got this wake-up call from the universe, this angel right here, and was just like, no, you're doing this to yourself. Let me wake you up with whatever they went through. So it's now like they're they're getting out of that mindset, you know, of always thinking the worst when it's not even like that. We also have the page of, oh, excuse me. I have a cold and I feel like I was going to sneeze or something. Excuse me. But we also have the Page of Cups here. So this card represents emotions, but it's like I feel like this person has bounced the idea off their head of whether or not to reach out to you. And when this person does reach out, it's gonna be something really sweet. Like if they send you a text message, it'll be like, hey, how are you? You know, I've been thinking about you, something like that. It'll be small. But at the same time, I see that for a group of people. And then also I see another group of people where someone is going to reach out and it's just going to be kind of just out of nowhere. Either way, the reason why I say out of nowhere is because we have the King of Swords. And this is just about like impulsive movements, like moving really quickly without even just thinking about what you're doing. And maybe this is what this person needs to do. Maybe this person needs to stop thinking so much and just go for it. Because this person does have a lot of love for you. And this person, wow. The spirit really does come through. I mean, when you start, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. When you start getting in tune with yourself and getting in tune with the spirit and the universe, like, you get confirmations. You get confirmations like that. Like, yeah, your messages are clear. Your messages are on the right path. So, this person does have a lot of love for you. A whole lot of love. And, it's like this person, if you guys are not talking right now, they want to change that. And they want to offer, especially with this Page of Pentacles here, they want to offer you something good. Like they want to, I don't think when they do reach out, or if they do, because this is, you know, things can change. Energy changes all the time. Right now, they feel like they should just reach out to you. And if they do reach out, it'll be something small but very sweet, you know. I feel like we have two pages here. Page of Cups and Page of Cups and Pentacles. But if this person does decide to reach out to you, it'll be something, I feel like it'll make you smile or make you have good thoughts. I also feel like it'll make somebody feel like it'll be like a new beginning in your relationship with this person. And because of, even though I feel like they will give you the Page of Cups for now, you know, something small, maybe like a sweet text, or, you know, just something very small. Maybe even a small gift. But whatever it is, it'll be something small. And it's not like it's small because they don't love you, or small because they don't care about you. They do care about you and they do love you. They have a lot of love for you. It's just, number one, you guys might not have been talking for a while, so they don't want to come on too strong. And then number two, they're still in the energy of this, what is this, the Eight of Swords? Yeah, they're still in the energy of the Eight of Swords. So they're still working on controlling their negative thoughts. You know, yeah, it's just, I can really relate to that, you know, most likely because my Virgo, you know, I have Virgo rising, and my thoughts really can take control. This person views you as their soulmate. You know, this person really sees you as their other half. They feel like they can build something with you, you know, this is like marriage type material. Like this is how this person views you. Even though you guys might not have been talking, or you might not have the best communication right now, this person really does have a lot of love for you. But sometimes their thoughts get in the way. So I would say, if this is resonating with somebody and you feel the same way for this person, because this person is so wrapped up in their head right now, or has been so wrapped up in their head, maybe make the first move. Like, I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to go that far back right now. But from what I'm seeing, I feel like there's a lot of love in this relationship, or there was a lot of love. And no, there is a lot of love, but I don't think the love went anywhere just because you guys aren't talking. I think the love is still here. The only problem I see is this person is just stuck in their head, and they're unsure if they're unsure of if they do reach out to you, is it going to be reciprocated in the same way, So yeah, I mean, maybe somebody else needs to make the move. Maybe, Virgo, you need to make the first move, or let the other person, you can wait until the other person decides. But this person, they're still kind of back and forth, but they do have a lot of love for you. So maybe around Valentine's Day, or on Valentine's Day, you can send like a little cute message and just be like, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope everything's okay. Get your foot in like that. But yeah, I hope that message was for somebody out there. I'm going to move on to our Virgos that are in a relationship. I'm going to redo our couple Virgos. So the message that I'm getting for you guys, I pulled these cards, and I'm going to leave them here on the table. The message that I'm getting is that somebody's very clear and determined about wanting happiness in their life. And I feel like all over, not just in love, but with their money, with other relationships. Like, somebody just wants happiness, With this Sun card being here, this is one of the happiest cards in the deck. But before this one popped out, the King of Swords is here, which is just representing someone is clear about their decision. We also have the King of Wands. This is like the go-getter, the make it happen. And then we have the Chariot, and then the Sun came out. So this is, being determined and going forward, moving towards what you want. Somebody is so clear about wanting happiness. Maybe you have been in a relationship that wasn't fulfilling, or in a relationship where there was so much conflict or so much tension. And I say all that because we have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands here, which represents conflict, tension, just disharmony, not balanced at all. Everybody fighting all the time. Somebody is done with that energy. Somebody just wants peace, and they want happiness. They want to have harmony in their relationship. I also pulled the Queen of Cups in the Hierophant. With these two cards being here, I feel like, you guys have maybe went to counseling to talk about the issues that you might have had, or that you might have, or you went and just talked to God and just really tried to understand why we have so much conflict. Why is there so much disagreement? Why is this like that? I feel like somebody has taken the time to do that. Maybe both of you guys have. And in conclusion, I feel like the end goal for you guys is just to have happiness. Like everybody else, everybody wants to be happy. But I do see, like, Somebody is determined to have happiness no matter what, I also pulled the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And with this situation, I feel like since someone is so determined to have their peace and their happiness and their joy and all of that success, maybe you two have been talking about something legitimate that you both can do on each other's end. Whatever issues you two have been experiencing, I feel like both of you have decided, okay, we know we have these issues. Let's come up with something that's logical and that makes sense, so we can fix this, so we can not have so much conflict and tension between us. And then we have the Judgment card that just popped out. Spirit, can I have another card to go with that? And then we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. This relationship has caused a lot of anxiety to both of you, most likely. If you're having all this conflict and tension and disagreements and fighting, like, it's to the point where it's making you guys feel depressed or making you guys feel just unhappy, it's keeping you up at night. But then we have, with this Judgment card here, it's like someone got a big wake-up call, maybe both of you, to this situation, to this relationship. Like, someone is just like, no, life is too short to be spending it and wasting it miserable. If we're gonna be together, then there's some changes that we need to make, because I want to be happy. I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm so stressed out, or every 5 seconds I have to have an argument with you, or I have to walk on eggshells. Like, if it was anything like that, if the relationship was anything like that, somebody is just like, no, I'm done doing that. And it could be both of you, like, no. So what I see, I pulled the Seven of Pentacles. With this Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here, I feel like somebody wants to invest. Somebody has a vision of how things should go. Somebody here is willing to put in that work. Somebody is like, I want to be happy. We're married, or we're in a relationship, or whatever the case is. We're together. I want us to start acting like it. Let's start acting like we're together and stop all this fighting. That shit is ridiculous. I feel you. It is ridiculous. Yeah, the Death card came out. So with this being here, I see the old way, things that you guys used to go through, like all that conflict, all that negative stuff, being depressed about the relationship, staying up at night because you can't sleep because you're thinking about a fight you guys had a few days ago. Like, all that negative heaviness is gonna disappear. It's gonna dissipate. You guys are gonna start new. We're gonna have some type of renewal with our relationship. If you're married, maybe you guys are like renewing your vows, which is really sweet. And that would be so cute if you guys did it for Valentine's Day. You should do that. But yeah, like, if you're wanting to renew your vows, that might be like a symbol for starting fresh, new beginnings, ending what was old and beginning anew. If you guys are just in a regular relationship and just, dating, you guys might have a talk and just sit down and be like, okay, I want to be happy. You want to be happy. This is what we need to do. What do you think about this? How can we get here? Like, that type of conversation. I feel like there's going to be a lot of maturity, a lot of growth when it comes to making this relationship work, And I feel like I do see that you guys, yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. I was just going to say, like, where's the love at? But I do see that there's love, even though there's conflict, and there's I was about to say detention. Detention, I don't know. I was trying to say depression. But even though there's conflict and just, tension and all that bickering, that's what I hear. Like, I feel like there's a lot of back and forth between you two, a lot of like catty, petty type arguments. Even though that does happen in a relationship, I feel like you guys are maturing to a level of, we're too old for this shit. What's his name? What that was on like Lethal Weapon. Yeah. Who was that? Danny Glover. His favorite line, his line was like, "I'm too old for this shit." I feel like somebody is too old for this shit. Like this arguing, this back and forth. We love each other. You make me happy. We have a bomb family. And it's real love. Like, I see you as my other half, I feel like this about you. You make me happy. I feel like I feel like you both know that. Let's be new. Let's start anew. Let's do something new. This arguing, this back and forth. I'm too old for this. So, which is good, Nobody wants to spend their life arguing and fussing with somebody, especially, me personally, no, I'm not doing that, but especially if you're married to this person or you're in a long term, you guys could have kids together. Like, no, like, I'm not trying to argue with you every 5 seconds. I have so much more going on in my life with these kids, with this house, with these bills, with all this stuff. Like, I have so much more going on, and I'm not trying to spend all of my energy on an argument and a daily argument. No, I'm not doing it. And I see somebody that's just like, no, I'm not doing it. So we need to come together and figure out how we're going to not be like that, And it takes two people. But then also it takes, if you two can't get it together, ask higher power, ask God, ask universe, That should always be the number one person you ask, or the number one, your number one go-to is what I'm trying to say. It's late, so my words don't sound right. It's just, But yeah, like, seek a higher knowledge for guidance on what to do next, because there's love in this relationship. You guys care about each other. You guys are both tired of the back and forth, so you guys can get it together if you want to. Okay, Virgos, thank you guys for watching. I hope someone got a message out of this video, out of this long drawn out video. And I will be back next week for another reading for you guys. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye.